Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another boot review. I was fortunate enough to scrape up enough funding to buy yet another pair of boots. Um, these are the Tulip model from Jessica Simpson. And I found these on Poshmark just the same as I found the last pair that we did a review on, which was the Keaton model. Um, There's a little differences between them other than just the color. These were available in a few different colors when they were being produced. Unfortunately, they've been discontinued. They're no longer. This was one of the models that was within the very first run of Jessica Simpson when the brand first was developing. They had like I'd say maybe 8 or 9 different models of boots plus shoes and handbags and whatnot. And they've since expanded and done a lot more stuff. But this was during the very first initial run. Was this model here, the Tulip. When they were available in black with a black heel, a chocolate brown that came with this dark brown heel, a distressed leather. It was almost like a natural taupey kind of leather with a light wood heel, like a natural light color. Um, and then apparently this color, which I've never seen before until I found them on Poshmark. It's kind of a creamy tan color with the dark wood heel. And again, like I said, after many days and weeks of research when I was looking at these before I bought them, I was just trying to figure out which model they were. I didn't even actually know until I got them home because the seller didn't bother to list which model they were, which didn't bother me any. I mean, I still was really like the color and whatnot, so I was like, okay, I'll buy them. It doesn't matter which model they are to me. But I was very curious because I'd never seen this color leather on a Jessica Simpson boot, especially with the dark heel. But here they are in the flesh. I mean, they do exist. So some other features of these are the half inside zip, which was common on hers. It's actually a little longer than most boots. The zipper would stop about here, and this one kind of goes up pretty high. They're also very tall. The shaft length on these is quite tall. So the shaft length on these is actually fairly tall. If you go from the top of the heel in the back to the top of there, we're at about 15 inches, which is significant, and that's with them cuffed. So 15 inches with it cuffed, it's coming right below my knee when I have these on. And they also can uncuff, which makes them even taller, and they become over the knee, because my kneecap is hitting right in this area. So they become over the knee. So they're actually a significantly tall boot. For heel, we're looking at, they had it listed as a 5-inch heel, and I have to measure right at this edge, and it's just barely touching 5 inches. So yeah, they can say it's a 5-inch heel, and it technically it is, but it's right there. I have yet to actually put a measurement on other boots that I own. This is the first time I'm trying this out. We'll see how this goes over. So it is a 5-inch heel, and there is a small platform. Let's see what we get on the platform there. We're at almost 3/4 of an inch, coming out at 5/8 of an inch. I think the way that these were originally listed for sale. See, since they're discontinued, it's harder to find information on them. It's not like you can just go to Amazon and look them up and find them. So I think these were listed as a 1/2-inch platform, but they're actually more like 5/8. I think that's counting the rubber part there. That'd be about 1/8 of an inch. So yeah, maybe a 1/2-inch wood platform. And it is solid wood. It's not fake or anything like that. It is all real solid, and it's these boots have a lot of weight to them based on the how big and solid these heels are. One thing I've noticed with the Jessica Simpson boots, both the Keaton model, this model, and way back, I'd say 3 years ago, I owned a pair of Yanas as well. One thing I noticed was the angle of the heel back here. It's kind of hard to show you, but the angle of this heel, how it slopes down like that, it mimics that inside the boot as well. It doesn't go flat. It's not like a gentle curve. It's just your heel is always like this. So it makes the heel feel taller than it is because it's constantly pitching you forward with that. It doesn't allow you to rock your heel flat and then have your foot curve down. So it's constantly pitching you forward, so you feel like the heels are real steep. However, it's more comfortable because you're not getting the ball of your heel, and then your foot has to try to curve because where your heel is, there's no joint there. I mean, you have a joint up in the ankle part, but your foot is trying to curve, and that's really difficult for it to do. In that portion, you figure there's only one real joint, and that's where your toes are, where your toes can flex. So back where the heel is, the more that they can kind of straighten that line out, it's actually better for you. However, again, it doesn't allow you to rock back on your heel and feel like you're flat. It's always going to feel like you're falling forward a bit. So it could be good and it could be bad. It depends on exactly how you look at it. But yeah, these are all 100% real leather uppers with the rubber sole. One thing that I noticed that it was kind of weird is they don't put any there's just like the Jessica Simpson logo, and there's nothing else on the bottom of these. But they're not slippery. The rubber that they used on here, I don't know how well it would wear. But again, it is an eighth of an inch thick, so it'll take a little while to wear out. So even though it's fairly smooth and flat, they're not slippery at all to walk in. Which it's a little surprising, but again, it's a higher end shoe. It's not like it's something that's only $30 or $40. When these were brand new, these were retailing around 120 to 150. I got them for a steal for only $50, and the only thing that they didn't have was they didn't have a box, but they've never been worn. I guess the person that originally purchased them bought them when their foot was a little smaller. I don't quite understand how that works, but I guess the person said that their feet were smaller at the time of purchase, and their feet got a little bigger, and they no longer fit in these. It's like, okay, well, your loss is my gain. So I'd say in terms of pricing, if you can find them, which they're difficult to find now, most of the pairs that you find online are used, and some of them are used and abused. They still kind of fetch a premium price when they're new, or new, I should say. You're probably going to see them in the $60, $70, $80 range on eBay. You might be able to find them in your size on Poshmark. For size 11, they're virtually impossible to find, but that's because the brand as a whole doesn't make a whole lot of size 11. They tend to stop at 10. So any of you watching that have larger size feet, just know sizes 5 through 10 are easy to find. Size 11 is difficult. Beyond 11, forget it. They never even made them. 11, 12s, 13s, forget it. It literally does not exist. It's not even a point to search for it. 11s, they do exist. They're difficult to find. And when you do find them, people usually want a premium for them because they're harder to find and they're rare. So in terms of comfort, I tried them on, and I kind of walked around for a couple minutes, but I haven't done any long-term wearing yet. These are so new to me. I literally only got them yesterday. So, like I said, I did try them on. They fit really comfortable. For what I did wear them, I didn't find any weird pressure points or anything in the foot, in the ball or anything like that. When I had my Yanas, the side of the leather here ended up stretching a little bit, and my foot would hang over the edge of the platform, and it would cause massive blisters. I actually got the same thing with my Michael Kors Delaney boots, which there's a video here on the channel talking about those. I had the exact same thing happen especially on the right foot. I think it's because I walk kind of duck-toed and my foot sticks out, so I kind of walk, instead of walking straight down, I walk kind of at an angle, which could then put more pressure on the inside here, which is where both of those boots stretched out. We'll see how these do. I don't know. The Keatons that I have, the Jessica Simpson Keatons in black, those I've worn quite a bit around the house, and even though they were a size 10, I've stretched them out with some rubbing alcohol, and they've stretched out quite nicely. They're still really, really snug and really tight, but not to the point of being uncomfortable and making me regret even putting them on. I've worn them for a few hours around the house and they're okay. But that has not blown out the side. So far I'm at a 33% success rate for real leather boots with a small wooden platform, where my foot hangs over the side and gives me a blister. So far I've got 1 success and 2 failures. I'll give you an update later on once I've actually got some wear in these and see what happens. So I'd say probably right now for comfort, I'd put it at 7 out of 10. Pricing, again, it's going to be kind of fluctuating. Rarity is definitely going to be the biggest factor there. But the quality is the same as most other Jessica Simpson products. The stitching's all really well done. The only thing I've noticed is there's a little bit of some weird chipping right at the zipper there. And same thing on this one, in almost the same spot. It's almost like the leather got kind of scratched up and dinged up right here. And I don't know if that was the zipper running over it or what, but both of the boots have that same kind of, almost looks like scratched up right there. And who knows, maybe that's something from the previous owner, but she said she never wore them, so I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, I appreciate you guys all subscribing and watching. We're still putting up videos over at the other site that I can't put up here. So this channel's still gonna continue to slowly put out content. I have that one last video putting on the Keaton boots, and so far that one didn't get flagged, so fingers crossed that maybe YouTube is done trying to flag my content, and if that's the case, you'll see more content coming back onto this channel. Otherwise, we're going to try to sort of just stick with the boot reviews and the occasional video like we used to do in the past, just to kind of keep things active. I do have another boot review coming to you. Look for that maybe later this week. We do have another pair of boots that just hit the closet as well. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.